In every single Luka Doncic interview, when they say, Luka, how did you play so well tonight? He says, I took what the defense gave me. And it may sound like a cop-out answer, like he doesn't want to be there, but it literally couldn't be closer to the truth. Now, when Gabe Vincent goes and sets this pin down for Jackson to set the ball screen, he's shifting the Knicks defense to the strong side, making the Knicks have 4 defenders on the right side of the ball and 1 defender on the left. So when Luka sees that imbalance on defense, he's going to reject the screen, get to his left side, and now there's no help defense, and you're in the blender. Here, they fake the blitz. Brunson stunts and recovers. He's waiting for a defender to step up and stop the ball. The defender doesn't. The defender doesn't. The defender doesn't. So he's going to take that every time. They come with the blitz again, and boom. Luka's only job here is to read Miles McBride. If he jumps to Gabe Vincent, Jemison's getting the lob. If he jumps to Jemison, Vincent's getting the ball. He jumps to Jemison, Vincent gets the ball. Luka literally just says, choose your option, pick your poison. It's funny how usually the best games of every NBA season are the games where the teams cannot hit a shot for the life of them. Because you know what that means? It means that they have to lock up defensively. This is why the All-Star game sucks, because no one wants to see games that are 200 to 199. This is why a Knicks-Lakers game that ended up 113 to 109 is better than a Hawks game the other week that we saw ended up 149 to 148. Again, the Knicks are loading up to avoid Luka from getting to his strong side, so he says, okay, I'll reject this screen again and get to your defense with no help, so you have to rotate, and now I get to my spot and get my shot off. And right about here, the Knicks are absolutely toast because they decide to run drop coverage. And if you're going to run drop coverage against Luka Doncic when he has a lob threat setting the screen, you are asking to lose. Luka's got the whole entire court to work with. OG Anunoby can't recover. And when you run drop coverage, it's just an easy lob every time. The Knicks had no answer for Luka. The Lakers shot 33% from 3, and the Knicks shot 23% from 3. The Lakers also had way too many turnovers and committed way too many fouls. But when you're able to lock up defensively, you can win any single game. The reason Luka can step back every single time and get his shot off is because he releases the ball 3 inches behind his head. It's nearly impossible for a defender to get his hand on a ball that far behind your head. And Luka's gotten so used to shooting with hands in his face, it's like he doesn't even see them. Now, Luka Doncic is a horrible defender, all right? But he does have good defensive IQ. Watch how he gets in the passing lane there, recognizing the open read, comes down patiently. 1-2, you give me 1 inch of space, I'm stepping back, and you can't block this shot, bucket. The reason the Knicks lost this game is because they blitzed Luka Doncic, and that's something you'll realize later in this video. They tried to stunt and recover, that didn't work, so okay, now we're going to blitz the screen. They blitz it, and Luka can make the right read every single damn time. JD put a lineup out there in the fourth quarter that had Dalton, Luka, and Jackson Hayes, and I was shaking in my boots because that is a lineup that is set for just being absolutely exposed on the defensive end. But it proved me wrong. They held their own in that sequence, and I've been really inspired with what I've seen from Dalton Connect ever since I made a video, quote-unquote, bashing him. Tibbs had Jalen Brunson stunt and recover every time into the blitz. It didn't matter. You're going to get an easy pass every time. But if they don't blitz Luka, he's going to score every time. And when they try it again, that leads to a LeBron with a full head of steam, and that's never a good option for a defense. The NBA low-key has to fix this. Big men can just screen and reverse like this. It's a moving screen, but Luka's going to live with it every time. Great screen by Gabe Vincent. Jackson Hayes gets him the dish, and now they're in the drop again. All Luka has to do here is read Josh Hart. If he jumps to Jackson Hayes, LeBron's getting the ball. If he jumps to LeBron, Jackson's getting the ball. He makes his choice. LeBron gets the ball, and he hits the 3. Now let's talk about Austin Reaves a little bit. Please don't panic, all right? This doesn't mean that the 3 of them can't coexist. Austin's dropped 20 multiple times while playing full-time with Luka and LeBron alongside of him. He's just coming off of a calf injury, and he wasn't getting his shots off. I will say, he forced a possession in overtime. In that situation, I would just want to see Luka and LeBron get a shot off. Yes, Austin is very capable of ISOing, but that's not a situation where we want an Austin ISO. So yes, Austin may force some shots to get his opportunities, but he's still a top ISO player in the league and he deserves his shots. The Knicks had no answer in the pick and roll. And can we admire this steal right here? Luka Doncic getting a big time clutch steal. Did I say that right? So the Knicks haven't been able to defend the pick and roll. Lucky for them, Luka's not calling for a screen. Unlucky for them, it's an ISO with no double team. And a Luka ISO with no double team leads to a score. Basically what I'm trying to say is this dude's unstoppable. No other player besides Luka and Kevin Durant and maybe LeBron are getting this jump shot off. You have a 7-foot Towns defending that shot, but look how far behind his head his release point is. This is why he can get these shots off on all the tallest players in the league. Look at that release point. So all in all, even though we didn't have a big, we out-rebounded the Knicks by 3. We held Cat to 12 points in 42 minutes. And again, we executed a game plan to perfection even though we weren't hitting any shots. Tonight was nothing but inspiring, and I can't wait to keep watching this team in the future.